Hello, fellow human! Welcome back to another Dank Doggo rSlash the A-hole. We have 7 stories in total for you guys today. The first story is posted by u/bikinis123 with the title of Am I the A-hole for giving my ex-wife a large amount of money I want despite the anger of my girlfriend? I recently won a screw you amount of money. I won't exactly say how much, but it's in the millions. It makes me feel funny even typing. It's enough to change the life of myself and my family. My ex-wife is the mother of my 2 kids. She is an amazing woman and good to the bone. We divorced 6 years ago because I had an affair with my current partner. I was in a low place in my life and I screwed up. She was in incredible pain, but like a ducking saint, she allowed me to still see our kids who mean the world to me, allowed our divorce to be as pain-free as possible despite the fact that I know she was hurting. She's still close with my parents. She's respectful to me, although she refuses to talk to my girlfriend. She was actually the first person I phoned after my mom and pops after I found out that I won the lottery. She was pleased for me, joked that I could take the kids on a world round trip, and that was that, nothing else. As soon as I won, I knew I wanted to give her a significant amount. I still love her. She is the mother of my babies, and I feel like this is some small, tiny way I can show her that I'm not a complete duck-up. She deserves to know that I care despite for my mistakes. She also works a crappy job in the public library, which pays her peanuts. She would actually be able to pursue her hobby this way. Give our kids a better life between us. I haven't discussed this with my ex yet, but I have with my parents, who strongly agrees, and my lawyer, who was very surprised but on board. Long story short, when I told my girlfriend, she was livid, screaming that I'm disrespecting her, accusing me of still being in love with my ex-wife. I'm not in love with her. We've both grown apart, but of course I still love her for being excellent co-parenting partner and my mother to kids. My girlfriend is threatening to breaking up with me, and to be honest, I'm feeling incredibly relieved over the threats. I don't plan on changing my plans, but am I the a-hole? No, not at all. OP is definitely not a butthole. OP screwed up badly by cheating on his wife, and if OP can't be there to provide emotional support to his kids, then the least he could do is provide them with good financial aid. On to the second story, written by u/ABC Throwaway 7. Am I the a-hole for telling the girl who kissed my boyfriend for a play that she's desperate and pathetic? I, 19 years old female, study drama at university, and my boyfriend is on the same course. My boyfriend is a really good-looking guy, but he doesn't seem to know it. He gets a lot of attention from girls and for the most part doesn't seem to get that they are flirting with him. I'm not generally annoyed by this and never really say anything. However, there's one girl in our class, let's call her Victoria, who is obsessed with my boyfriend. She goes out of her way to be paired with him in group activities. For example, if the professor picks a group by numbering us 1 to 3, she will move herself to be in the same number as him. And she recently stepped down from a main role in a play, where doing so she could be in a more minor one simply because this character has a romance with my boyfriend. I know this is the case because I've heard her say to her friends that she thinks he's hot and whatnot. I've never said anything to her about it because she seems pretty insecure, always complaining about how she thinks she's ugly, and I don't see it as a big deal because my boyfriend doesn't care. However, we recently performed the play and had a small after party where she got slightly drunk and was bragging about how she definitely felt something when they kissed in the play, and she's going to ask him if he felt the same. I rolled my eyes again and ignored it, until she actually went up to my boyfriend. She was a little bit drunk, and when she went up to him, I was there too. Victoria starts saying that she knows he must have felt a spark, he's a really good kisser, etc. I snapped and sort of shouted at her that, "You sound incredibly desperate, going after somebody else's boyfriend. You're pathetic. If you think a stage kiss means you should be together." She looked super embarrassed and walked away, and I later heard that she had gone home crying. I feel like a jerk because she's obviously insecure and whatnot, and her friends haven't stopped calling me a tramp since. Am I the a-hole? For your information, she 100% knows that I am his girlfriend, and I've heard her talking about me being his girlfriend before. Nope, not a butthole here. The girl took it way too far. Approaching him about it was out of line considering how she obviously knew that he already had a girlfriend. On to the third story shared by rSlash, Bluebells in Disguise. Am I the a-hole for telling my girlfriend to shut the duck up after she insulted my sister's thighs? I'm 30 and my 12 years old sister is living with me right now because mom and pops are vulnerable, so it made more sense to me to take care for my sis for the time being. She's a really great kid, and to be honest, I feel in a lot of ways she's like my own kid because my mom and dad don't speak English, so I kind of had to raise my sis in ways that they couldn't. Hard to explain, but I'm sure anyone with a secondary culture will get what I mean. My mom and dad are great parents, but having an English-speaking person to guide you through life when you live in an English-speaking country is invaluable in my opinion. And my sister trusts me with stuff that she won't necessarily trust with my parents. Anyway, my girlfriend was FaceTiming me, and my sister walked past in shorts and a t-shirt cause it's hot. My girlfriend waited till my sister had left the area, but not the room, and made a face, said maybe feed her less OP, her thighs are kinda chunky. I saw red, and told her to shut the duck up, just came out of my mouth and immediately ended the call. My sister is a little bit chubby, but for duck's sakes, who says stuff like that about a 12-year-old girl? Literally, everybody I know has been texting me that I'm a piece of crap boyfriend, and that how can I disrespect my girlfriend like that? I'm expecting an apology from her, but to my shock, everybody is expecting me to apologize. So Reddit, am I the a-hole? I guess not a butthole? 12-year-old girls are incredibly vulnerable to their body images. You know, they're having issues like that. OP was absolutely right to shut down such body-shaming comments immediately. On to the fourth story shared by rSlash, Maka Karalho. Am I the a-hole for asking my brother not to bring his boyfriend to my wedding? Okay, this is the worst. I'm losing sleep over this. I'm getting married in a week to an awesome woman. I cannot wait to be her husband, and we're so excited. My brother is gay, but my family doesn't know. Only me and my parents know. I come from a very old school traditional family, so all part of the family, grandparents and some aunts, uncle, still have the last century's mind, and the younger portion, cousins and siblings, are open-minded and are living in the present. So my brother has been dating his boyfriend for about 6 months now. The dude is great. I'm so happy my brother found out a great guy, but it's kind of a secret as he hasn't told my family he's gay. I've been telling him for years that he should come out cause I know it stresses him a lot, and I think it will make him feel better not to hide anyone. Plus, I bet a few family members already know anyway. But he disagrees, cause he knows a part of family won't accept him, and there will be a lot of drama. I see the opposite. I see as the sooner you know who the idiots are, the sooner we can cut them from our lives. I have no interest of having someone in my life that doesn't accept my brother being gay. Anyway, that's his decision, not mine, so for now, he won't be saying anything. Until a few weeks ago, when he said he wants to bring his boyfriend to my wedding. I was not expecting that, to be honest, so he went from 0 to 100 pretty fast. If it was any other occasion, I would be supportive obviously, but I don't think my wedding day is the day to do that. Imagine all the drama and gossip and BS that would happen. And I don't want to get the attention away from my fiance, that's her day. And I don't want to have to worry about that on my wedding day, and I think it's pretty good reason. I asked him why my wedding day. He said it's because he wants to celebrate the love with the two people he loves the most, me and his boyfriend. This is killing me. I would fight my whole family for my brother and never speak to them again if I had to, but my wedding day is supposed to be a celebration, not a family fight. I can't do that to my wife. That might ruin our future. I didn't even tell her. She's already stressed out and don't want to make it even worse. With a heavy heart, I asked him to please come alone to the wedding, and I hope that he understands me. He started crying and left my house without saying anything. Next day I got a text and he said, "Don't worry, going alone." I tried calling him, but he didn't answer me. My parents don't seem to know what's happening because they didn't say anything. He eventually called me back a few days later. We spoke. He said he understands my side, but things are still weird between us. This is the worst situation of my life. Am I the a-hole for handling it the way I did? And after that, I spoke to the fiancé, couldn't keep this from her anymore, she agreed with me. Clarification, I know it won't be my brother that would cause trouble. The trouble would start with the remarks and looks from my aunt or uncles. Doesn't matter, we're spending a lot of money on this wedding, planned it for a long time. My fiance put her heart and soul into the planning this wedding. I don't want to see my bride or mom crying or some idiot uncle insulting my brother. Literally every other day of my life, I will support my brother's decision to come out. Even at the wedding, I would obviously defend him, but the point is, not at the wedding. Also, my brother is not the a-hole, not at all. Very tough call indeed, but I believe OP did the right thing and is not a butthole. A sibling wedding would not be the place to go through all that kind of drama and stress, and should not be used as a medium to come out. On to the 5th story shared by rSlash Holiday Yahothro. Am I the a-hole for jumping out a bathroom window to avoid mom's attempt at forcing reunion between me and my ex-fiance? Some backstory, I had been dating my ex-fiance Sarah for 4 years. We had been planning to get married in November 2020, but I found out at the start of this month that she cheated on me. She begged me to give her another chance, but I broke it off. The problem was that being cheated on is on my mind completely emasculating and humiliating. So I never told anyone. That was the reason we broke up. For obvious reason, Sarah also didn't tell people we broke up because she cheated. So people have blamed me for the breakup, including my mom. They just see that I dumped her out of the blue. I've gone very strict, no contact with Sarah after I discovered she was cheating on me. Sarah has been talking with my mom and has convinced her that if we could talk one more time, she would be able to reconcile. My mom has been applying hardcore pressure on me to talk to Sarah, but I've explained that there's no chance we'll ever get back together. So tonight I go over my mom's place because she's hosting family for Christmas Eve. I'm there a bit talking with my aunts and uncles and cousins when the doorbell rings and I can see it's Sarah. I ask, WTF is going on? And my mom says she invited Sarah so we can work this out in the spirit of holidays. I'm pissed because the only way to explain my side of the story is to tell everyone I was cheated on. Complete humiliation in front of my whole family. So as my mom goes through the front door, I go to the bathroom. My mom starts knocking on the door, saying that I need to come out and talk to my ex like an adult. I say screw it, kick out the window screen and get in my car and go home. My mom called a short ago, saying that she's cutting ties with me over the behavior. She's really fixated on me jumping out the window and Sarah will always be like a child to her. My sister called me after to ream me out for ruining Christmas. I broke down and told her that Sarah cheated on me, which is why I dumped her and didn't want to see her under any circumstances. She called me a big a-hole who was lying to cover for myself. Am I really in the wrong? This is by far the easiest one to decide, not a butthole like at all. Sarah still got a nerve to show up. The only thing wrong is that if OP decided to explain to his family sooner, then I don't think anybody would even attempt to help Sarah. On to the 6th story. Am I the a-hole for asking mom's boyfriend to stop trying to parent me? For your information, the boyfriend doesn't live with us and doesn't pay rent or bills. Him and his daughter spent time here and pay for their food, something I do as well. My dad died suddenly a year ago and my mom found this really nice guy that she starts seeing. I'm 23 years old male and going into my final year of college. My mom's boyfriend has 2 daughters ages 15 and 13. My mother has stepped in to be a mother figure to them, and the boyfriend has stepped in into my extended family, become everyone's favorite uncle. And while I'm glad everyone else is comfortable, I'm not. He isn't a bad guy, I'm just still grieving my father and it feels like he's trying to replace him. He tries to set rules for me, things like chores and curfew that my dad specifically didn't because he thought they were ridiculous for an adult. Boyfriend thinks it's only fair because I have siblings now. I think it's ridiculous to have the same rules apply because of our age differences. He's trying to get me to share my stuff with his kids. They aren't lacking anything, but he thinks it's only fair because family. I live in the basement of mom's house. I have since I was 15. When you come in the front door, there's a door to the basement and the stairs go into the house, so it's pretty separate. So last night I was DDing some of my friends and got home at 2 a.m. I had nothing to do until 3 p.m. today since classes aren't until next week and my new job starts in 2 weeks. So this has never been a big deal with my parents. I shot my mom a text and went to bed. Tonight though, man, boyfriend flipped. I got a lecture and sent to my room and possible loss of car privileges. I snapped and I laid it out for him. I told him I'm leaving the city after I graduate. I told him that I'm glad my mom found a new partner, but that I'm not and will not looking for a new father figure, and he needs to respect that. I told him our relationship won't be father-son for a long time, and that he needs to respect me as an adult or that I won't have a relationship with him. He told my family and they think I'm the a-hole. Am I the a-hole? Nope, not a butthole. Opie is 23 years old, clearly a fully grown adult, so the rules shouldn't be the same as for him as they are for his teenage children. As his dad recently just passed away, so the guy shouldn't have forced things anyway.